Welcome back to Dividend Obsession. I recently started a series on my channel called Dividend Discussion that's going to allow other dividend investors to tell their story. One of the goals of this series is to allow each of us to grow through the experiences and lessons of others to make us all better dividend investors. Now, if you're watching this video, this is just a short clip from the full interview, so if you enjoy it, make sure you click on the link at the end of this video for the full interview. Like, why does nobody seem to discover them from the jump?
Yeah. So I think it's twofold. I think one, the financial media and our 401k providers and things like that have always pushed ETFs and mutual funds. And, accumulation is the only way to do it. You get the largest nest egg you can and then sell it off when you retire and then you die with zero. And so that's always been what's been pushed to us for years and years because that was just the way things were. So I think that that's a big part of it. People just don't understand that there is a different way. Income investing is a legitimate strategy, and it can provide the flexibility and options that you want later in life when you need to retire. And so I think that's the main one. The other thing is even if you do get individual dividends and you're not focused on dividends, you only see a small amount each time. You
Mhm.
see, a couple of cents here, a dollar there, and you're like, well, that's never going to amount to anything. So I think a lot of people just ignore it. And it's like, okay, that's great, but that's just extra bonus. That's not something I'm going to rely on.
Mhm.
But if you actually focus on dividend investing and you really make it a priority, as you know, that dividend snowball really gets going pretty quickly. And before you know it, you're going to have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month coming in dividends. And you're like, wow, that can actually pay my bills one day. So I think that's the other reason is you don't realize the power of it until you really get into it.
So two things on that. One, everybody always seems to say that dividend investing's an old person's game, which I never. I feel like the earlier you start and the more years you have for compounding, it's would be more of a young person's game. And then the more years, like I said, the better it gets. And then also, I noticed you said that you've been really into dividends for 7 years. Have you noticed your own compounding snowball like really start to pick up, or like are you expecting that to do something like that soon, or has it already happened?
Yeah, it's definitely already happened. It's actually quite amazing how the snowball has really taken off. I am very aggressive in my investing. My wife and I do put a lot of money into our brokerage account to build up our dividend income. So that's definitely helped. But yeah, you can see the power of the compounding, the power of the growth. What started off as $100 a month quickly came to $500 a month and $1,000 a month, and now we're at multiple thousands every month coming in dividends. So it's absolutely made a huge difference. Our goal is to start using the dividends in about 9 years. So we're right kind of in the middle of our journey. So we're definitely starting to see the snowball picking up significantly. And back to your point about young investors, again, I think we all get drilled into our minds that things like the Apples and the Microsofts and the Nvidias and the Teslas is the way you're supposed to go when you're young. And that might work, and you probably will get some good returns. But at the end of the day, you're reliant on the market to get those returns for you, and eventually you're going to have to sell off your shares. And so that is a strategy, but dividend investing is also a very legitimate strategy. If you're starting off young, let's just say 25 or 30, and you have another 25 to 30 years for dividends to compound and to grow over time, the amount of income you're going to get is going to be thousands a month. And that can easily pay most people's bills if you really stick with it.
I really hope you all enjoyed that clip. Please make sure you guys leave a like on the video as it helps me grow my channel. And don't forget to subscribe for dividend related content and other interviews. If you're interested in being added to the interview list, send me an email at dividendobsession@gmail.com and I'll be in touch. Again, this was just a short clip of the full interview. If you're interested in the full interview, check that out right here. But until next time, see ya.